Hey, welcome back. We are in our final session of Judgment Call tonight, Wednesday night recap, and tonight was kind of a part two of last week in that we are now the ones being judged, and how do we react, and how do we defend ourselves, and I think we kind of came to the conclusion last week is you really can't defend yourself because you're not going to convince them, you're not going to change their mind. So tonight, Andy kind of looked at how Christ, especially in the last 3 years of being misjudged and just accused and all of these things, how did he react? And he used the verses from Jesus on the cross that all that he's being, they're mocking him, they're saying this, and he says, Father, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing.
And I thought when he said that, in my head, my first reaction was, oh, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, right.
But the reality was Jesus said they don't. They don't know the weight of what they're doing.
No.
They don't understand who he is.
Right.
And
And a lot of times, just like that, you would say that about somebody else. Oh, they know exactly what they're doing. They know how to press your buttons, and that's why they're doing it. But the whole series really, or at least these last two, was about giving them power. If you feel like you either you become what they're saying, or you feel like you have to be the complete opposite of what they're saying and change something about you, you're giving them power. And really, it's for the Lord to deal with them. We need to forgive, which is huge, and it's kind of hard. It really is hard.
Yeah.
I can't do it on my
Supernatural.
own. Yeah,
it really
for
is.
sure.
Yeah. Well, a couple of thoughts I had. One, and again, these are things we had not discussed tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just hinted to it that Jesus. It wasn't just that they brought him to a point of crucifixion, but during his whole ministry, he was criticized for everything. This was one of the boys in the neighborhood in Nazareth.
Yeah.
And now he's the Son of God. And we expect so much in life. We go to God all the time. Lord, why is this person giving me a hard time? Why is this this relationship so difficult? And if you look at all the stuff that Jesus went through,
Going to throw him off a hill. They're going to.
why are we saying, Lord, get us out of our situation?
Yeah.
It's just part of life.
Mm-hmm.
Conflict is going to be there. Being misjudged is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
The people, they know not what they do. I think a lot of it, they really don't.
Yeah.
It's just, you can still be mean-spirited and not know why you're mean-spirited,
Right. And whether or not they really know that they're affecting you that way, that's why we need to forgive. It's because we need to unburden ourselves of that anger that we feel towards
a lot of times, I shouldn't say a lot of times, it's only been a few times in my life where people have openly judged me, even to my face. A lot of times it was so that they could unburden themselves. They had this deep need to dump everything on me and make me the bad guy. Talk about burdens. They were carrying, they just had to, and then they felt good.
You felt like garbage.
Oh, great. Now you've been, you've labeled me, you've accused me, you have allegations.
Glad I could help.
Yeah, and they feel, oh, wow. And they should actually feel horrible because what they did was wrong, Here's another thought I had, too, was the passage you read out of Luke chapter 6. Paul mirrors that in Romans chapter 12, I think it is, where he says, do not repay evil for evil. Love your enemy, do good to your enemy. He says that, but then you go to Timothy, 1 Timothy 4, I think, and he tells Timothy about Alexander. Well, first he tells him about Demas. Demas abandoned us, and then he says Alexander the metalworker did us great harm, and God's going to get him. So it's like maybe it's a human problem. Where we know God wants us to provide grace and forgiveness. But at the same time, the reality is, here, Paul is mimicking what Jesus said in Romans and then in Timothy. These people have done me wrong. And he's not going to pursue it.
Yeah.
Because vengeance is mine, saith the Lord.
Right.
And I think he says that in Romans 12 as well when he ends it. That we don't have to pursue that revenge. God will go after them. So... fact remains that people will do harm to you,
Right.
And you do have to forgive. How about forgetting? You brought that up, I think.
Somebody said that to me last week, and it's tough. Because, like I said, in some of the situations that I use as examples, there were examples of just that, but talking about them gets me not feeling right inside. I can get that anger going again that I felt. And it's no fun, especially when what they're saying is not true. But how do you're not going to prove to them what you're saying is wrong. And if they're just mean-spirited anyway, they're not looking to change what they're saying.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a really good series.
It was a good series. It was, timely for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he basically said that the seat, when you're the one being judged, that seat he had, he said the only way forward, the only way to win, the only way to really gain ground or have anything significant is to forgive.
Right.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You have to. You're not going to be set free.
No, exactly.
Now, you don't have to forget.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's probably almost impossible to forget.
Right. Right.
Well,
But the pain associated with it, I
Yeah.
think, changes over
I
time.
mean, by my own nature, I tend to forget pain. I don't care what kind of pain. I just, whether it's relational, emotional, whether it's physical, I forget it, which is great. It's really a gift from God.
It is.
I feel the same way
actually
because
unfair.
sometimes somebody will remind me of a situation. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I'm glad I don't remember
Yeah.
that because I can't live with that, or be faced with that every day. But
My mind's a steel trap.
Yeah.
Nothing gets out. That's not good.
We're going to give Pastor Hans a quiz on the last 6 weeks of this series, with all these sessions. We'll see how he does. So, with that, we're going to launch into something new next week.
I don't know where the emphasis is. How not to read the Bible.
To read the Bible.
And it's not how to get out of reading the Bible. It's just,
Can I share one little thing about it?
yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to tonight in closing.
Is it what I think you're going to say?
Yeah. Did you know there are unicorns in the Bible? There are unicorns in the Bible. The word is there. So you got to come out for this one.
I love it.
Next Wednesday,
Yeah.
7 o'clock in the chapel. See you then. Have a great week. Oh, almost forgot. This weekend. Yeah, this weekend is a big deal. We've got our 37th anniversary celebration. We're going to have a huge cookout after church. We've got pony rides,
Unicorns.
face painting, which might include unicorns. We've got inflatables. We've got all kinds of fun. And we've got
Come on, you want to say it.
Mr. Softy ice cream
That's
truck.
right. That's right.
For at least 2 hours, I mean, just grab one,
And get back in
get
line.
back in
Get back in
line,
line.
get your second one, keep going. It's going to be a great day. Weather looks great, and we have our General Superintendent, Doug Clay, going to be with us. So hope to see you Sunday for the service, and then, of course, for the picnic afterwards. Have a great week. God bless you all.